best-selling authors of Lists That Save My Business, and founders of Experience Pros University are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello and skippity-doo to you. It's the Experience Pros radio show, and we're here to remind you that small business is big business, and your business is our business.
Well, don't you just have a bundle of energy all balled up over there?
I kind of do. Those folks over at Orange Theory Fitness in Centennial over at Arapahoe and Parker Road, they are putting the skippity-doo into my skippity-doo.
Well, that's very exciting. I'll tell you what, they had a nutrition company come in yesterday and give us like a pre-boost workout and a post-boost workout, and it worked. They said I wouldn't be sore the next day.
Yeah.
I'd had some hamstring issues for like 4 days. I was soaking, stretching, doing all that I could, and so had this little pre-boost and this post-boost, and I woke up this morning, my legs didn't hurt until I went up and down the stairs a couple of times.
Well, yeah, because you're still exercising those muscles.
Oh my God! I'm glad you're feeling all zippity-doo-dah, though.
Well,
you needed a little perk me up. You were getting a little mopey.
I was mopey?
You kind of were a little bit, because I think you were worried. I think you probably still are a little worried about how this whole travel, vacation thing is going to go down.
Keep voting for the chicken farm.
Well, I don't know that they keep voting for the chicken farm, or if you keep voting for the chicken farm. I have a new theory.
Oh, no.
I think that Eric is encouraging chicken farm votes, probably voting himself for the chicken farm, keeps mentioning the chicken farm. So then if the chicken farm wins, then he'll say, see, Angel, this was terrible. I had to go to the chicken farm. This is why I won't have to go on vacation ever again, and we won't have to do this again.
What sick and twisted world?
Yours.
No.
Yours. Yeah,
you do. That I would actually vote for something like a chicken farm.
Vacationing's not your favorite thing. It's not top on your priority list. We're sending you on vacation this year, so if you have what you would presume to be a miserable time, and it goes kind of downhill, then we won't do this again, and you won't have to go on a vacation again. No. I think you are plotting against the vacation.
That's not true.
I don't know for sure.
I did see a picture of Bella, the Highlands Ranch travel mascot, voting, and I'm pretty sure she was voting for
she was, because she wanted to chase chicks.
She's a beautiful dog.
So do you. But I do. He's been nervous.
I would prefer if the chicks actually didn't run away.
Eric is, and this is, at least it would be a little more realistic of what's really happening in your life. Eric is nervous about going on vacation and turning off. He thinks that he's going to turn it into a working holiday. Therefore, he'll be able to continue to work and stay connected, and maybe it really won't be, so bad after all. But I think you are sabotaging the whole concept by encouraging people to vote at the chicken farm.
1 week from today.
7 nights in the Blue Ridge Mountains, visiting chicken farms and Dollywood.
No.
And Dollywood. Yeah. So
Dolly can keep her chicken farm.
Here's the cold, hard truth, Eric. You're going to go on vacation. There's going to be relaxation. There's going to be activities. There's not going to be checking in. We're going to turn off your phone, and you're going to love it.
No, we're not touching the phone.
We are. We are going to be surrendering the phone, because who needs to get in touch with you? Honestly, you're on vacation.
All right,
what in the world do you need to have access to your phone for?
Let's talk more about this on the other side of the break, but because we want to do the roll call, we want to talk about the different locations, including the one that we're going to be broadcasting at tomorrow. But since we're on the topic of sick and twisted, did you see the video that's going around now on Facebook?
The video, like there's one.
Yeah,
you have to be a little more specific.
The one where the horse. They customized a car so the horse could get into the car and sit down and go to town with the two cowboys.
I think that's kind of adorable.
It may be, but then
the horse in the Mustang convertible.
I'm majorly disturbed by
you are majorly disturbed? I'm curious. If something's going to majorly disturb Eric, it's got to be something around food.
The whole thing is, how'd you know? Let's go get cheeseburgers. And the horse jumps into the back seat.
Are you mocking their accent?
Just to say, no, it's an accurate description of the accent. And then they drive down to McDonald's.
Just because it's accurate doesn't negate the mock.
And the lady from McDonald's says, how can I help you?
Again,
that's
not negating the mock.
You listen to the video and you see that I get those accents perfectly. I am oh my gosh, I should be paid for my ability to duplicate accents. And
can you do me?
They do this thing.
No, you can't duplicate my accent.
You're going Southern now already. Just talking about it, you go Southern. The guy feeds the horse a cheeseburger.
It's not made out of horse meat.
It's made out of cow. What's a horse doing eating a cow? Oh, no. It's wrong.
What?
On so many different levels.
Can he eat fish?
No.
Chicken?
No.
Cow? No.
It's a horse. They eat grass. They eat hay.
Maybe you want a little protein. You want to give him a protein shake?
I'm so grossed out.
Are you?
Yeah.
Apparently. I knew it had to be something about food. I mean, if he's going to take a stand on something, if we keep feeding the horses
eating your cousin
cheeseburgers, there won't be any cheeseburgers left for Eric.
Folks, we have to take a quick break. When we come back, all kinds of fun and shenanigans on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
When you think of going to the dentist, it makes you uncomfortable and uptight. You recall the dark ages of dentistry. Weisbard Dental wants to change that image. Imagine being welcomed in a comfortable, beautiful, brand new dental office with digital x-rays, digital photos, being comforted throughout the entire process. At Weisbard Dental, you'll be treated while relaxing in their massage chairs. Make an appointment for Weisbard Dental at 303-773-3373. Check them out at weisbarddental.com. WEISBARD dental.com.
I'm Dr. Lee Weisbard, and I can make you smile.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
When you work from home, you run the risk of setting up a makeshift workspace in the corner or somewhere off to the side of your bedroom. It's not really a home office. It just happens to be your office at home. Let Helene's Designs help you create a productive workspace that transforms you from hobbyist into an innovative CEO ready to be featured in a magazine spread. Take charge of your home office and call Helene's Designs. You're the CEO. Make sure your home office looks like it. 720-233-7302. 720-233-7302.
Would you know what to do if a coworker started to feel dizzy and complain of chest pains? Starting CPR while waiting for an ambulance to arrive can double the chance of the victim's survival. Safety Solved can help. We provide customized on-site training, including both professional and basic CPR, AED, and first aid, with American Red Cross and American Heart Association trainings. We also facilitate first aid kit and AED equipment programs. Let us make your safety and wellness programs complete. Call today, 303-257-9589. That's 303-257-9589. Or online at safety-solved.com.
Run a business and have a life. You got into business so you could enjoy life, and Employer Essentials can help. They keep up with the ever-changing payroll and employment laws and requirements, as well as all those employee management issues. Employer Essentials is the answer you've been looking for to add payroll and HR solutions that offer you peace of mind and the time to do what you want to do. Employer Essentials, Denver's trusted local payroll and HR provider for 15 years. EmployerEssentials.com or 303-734-9436.
Are you an expert? At Experience Pros, we feature the best in business, and we're looking for industry experts to share tips with our audience. If you're an expert who offers great customer service and you'd like to be a part of the Experience Pros radio show, click on the radio interview request at experiencepros.com. We want our audience to hear from you. Go to experiencepros.com and fill out the radio interview request and start spreading the news that you're going to be on the radio.
Do you know what your own personal debt ceiling should be? 0. I'm going to surgically remove the word debt from your vocabulary. Sound like fun? Well, it is. It's called The Dave Ramsey Show. Weekdays at noon on KLZ 560, The Source.
Hey there, Denver. It's Laura Ingram on KLZ. Dave Ramsey is coming up at noon, and he wants to hear from you. So give him a call. Dave Ramsey, live at noon here on KLZ AM 560, The Source.
The experienced pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros radio show.
Let's get it started. Let's get it started. Yeah. Let's get it started. Let's get it started. Yeah.
Welcome back to the most fun hour of your business day. That's right, you're with Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros radio show. And we are here to inspire you to get your business right. I think it's time for a roll call.
All right. So the Extreme Customer Service Directory, the place, your go-to place for finding companies that offer great customer service. We have almost 200 companies listed on our Extreme Customer Service Directory, lots of different categories for you to choose from. A couple of them are Best Advantage Couriers.
Or Best Lives Now.
Beyond Strategy Consulting.
Binkley IT Consulting.
BioT Medical.
BizCard Express.
Blue Zenith Web Design.
And Business Communication Support.
And By the Numbers Bookkeeping.
Those are all the B's.
Those are all the B's. I know. And so we actually did all the A's yesterday.
It's all good.
And so we'll keep going through them just to give you an idea of some of the different industries and different categories that are available to you. You can find the Extreme Customer Service Directory at experiencepros.com.
And look, if you have a business that offers great customer service, we're looking for you. And you'd be absolutely shocked at how cost-effective and inexpensive a membership with the Extreme Customer Service Directory and the Experience Pros radio show is. But you need to let us know that you're out there. So give us a contact, a shout-out at radio@experiencepros.com. That's radio@experiencepros.com. Let us know you're out there. Let us know that you're doing a great job. Because, frankly, when we lock arms, think about it. When you lock arms with some of the best in business, then you're guilty by association in the most positive way.
Guilty by association in the most positive way.
Right.
Look at you, like, shaking things up.
I'm trying to.
You are fabulous.
Do you know what I did this morning? I got up out of bed. I did something I haven't done.
Oh, hey, he got up out of bed, people.
You are sassy. Listen to me. I got up out of bed, and I did something I have not done in a very long time. I actually got up an hour earlier and worked out.
You did? Even after working out yesterday?
Yesterday when Andre
can you do that?
Tried to hurt me.
I mean, I guess you can.
I did.
You did do that.
I did do that.
You worked out. What'd you do? What'd you do? Really?
I replicated Andre's treadmill torture.
I doubt it.
15%, 4.5 miles an hour. Jumped up to 10% incline. Jumped down to 10% incline, but increased up to 5.5 miles an hour. That's what they call the all-out. Then I jumped off of the treadmill and I picked up those.
Is that what you sound like over at Orange Theory? Thank goodness the music is loud.
I was dying. I was dying.
Yeah.
And then I picked up those. What do you call those things? Dumbbells.
No wonder you get an ab workout. I think that takes an ab workout just to go.
Right.
It's like you've got Lamaze breathing going on there.
You know, that's where I learned it.
Is that so?
And then my wife sat there and said, "Shut up." Okay. But no, I'm working out. I'm feeling good. I'm actually taking this part of the whole vacation experience travel thing seriously. I need to lose 15 pounds.
Yes, I mean, okay. I know. Stop myself.
Right.
Stop myself.
So I'm doing this, and you know what? I challenge anybody else. Why don't you jump in with us? Did you know that you can go to Orange Theory Fitness over in Centennial, Parker, and Arapahoe on a Saturday morning for free? You want to go with me? Let me know.
And they do
Saturday afternoon, all day Saturday.
Guests are free on Saturdays, and so you can take a buddy. So if you want to go and check it out, and
I would go with you.
With Eric, you guys will both get a free workout on a Saturday and check it out. Now, a large portion of, no pun intended, losing weight has to do with your diet and nutrition. And so while the working out is fabulous and great for cardio and heart health and strength and core,
right.
In order to lose weight, you have to change your diet.
Right.
And so if you are working out and you're not seeing that scale move, you're probably not doing, you're probably not feeding your body the right things. And so you need a combination of protein and carbohydrates and the good fats and throughout the day. And I'm not a nutritionist, so I just know that things like cheeseburgers and French fries and milkshakes are not on the diet
I'm not doing them. I did yesterday.
So
I talked to Andre, and he said that I should download an app, and this app is called MyFitnessPal. Right? So everything that goes in my trap, the mouth thing, I record. And I did, and I'll tell you what, I didn't do so bad. I had, let me see if I can find it. Oh, no, I lost it.
Oh, you lost it.
Right.
All right, well, you only have 1 week left. There's only 1 week left of voting for Eric's destination on where he's going to go on vacation in his new hot body.
Right.
Because he's losing 15 pounds.
I gave up 824 calories yesterday.
Gave up? What does that mean you gave up?
My goal is 1,410.
Uh-huh.
I put in 1,286, and I exercised for 700 calories with a net of 586. I have 824 left.
From yesterday? You don't get to carry it over.
No.
It's not. No, you don't get to carry the one.
It drops. I burned more calories than I ate. Doing good.
I think that means you need to bring in more calories.
No.
I think so. You need to feed those muscles.
No, I did feed those muscles. In fact, I
you
fed
can't
those
starve
muscles so
them.
much. No. I got protein going through my veins.
All right, well, tomorrow we are live broadcasting from the Grease Monkey at Arapahoe and Quebec. The address is 7665 East Arapahoe Road, 7665 East Arapahoe Road. Their phone number, 303-721-1900. Do you need any services, on your car? Tomorrow's a great day to come on in and visit us while we're live on the...
I've been to the store over there at the Grease Monkey at Arapahoe, and I'll tell you what, those folks are nice.
They're nice.
They are. They've got a voting location where you can not vote for chickens. They've got fantastic customer service. The in-out. Come listen to the show. Get your car serviced while you're there because you need to. And see what it's all about.
And see what it's all about. 1 week left. And remember, every time you vote, you're entered to win your own trip to the St. Regis Resort in Aspen. Fantastic Sam's in Parker is a voting location. The Water to Wine in Centennial. Core First Bank. Handyman Matters South. The Highlands Ranch Travel, Tilted Kilt, BizCard Express, Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe, Elevation 5900 Kitchen and Bar.
We need to talk about Elevation 5900 Kitchen and Bar.
All right, please hold.
He threatens to derail me off my diet. He has a burger called the Derailer.
Okay, why are we?
It's twice as big as the Trainwreck.
And these are hamburgers.
Yeah. Horse burgers.
And you've eaten them before?
Maybe.
Uh-huh. What's your point? Where are you going with this?
He's going to try to derail me. He's going to try to feed me one of those big hamburgers. I need your help.
What do you want me to do?
Tell him no.
Seriously?
Yeah.
No, I can't do that. A&B Bank in Cherry Creek, Frame d'Art, Orange Theory Fitness in Centennial, the Abo's Pizzeria on Arapahoe Road, Innovative Real Estate Group, Printing Done Quickly, All Stitched and Glitzed Out, Colorado Vault and Safe Deposit Box, the Holly Mullins Farmers Insurance Agency, and the Highlands Ranch Travel Facebook page.
Those are all a bunch of great folks, and I'll tell you what, Binkley IT is the one who brings the sponsorship to you, makes it possible. And we got a couple of other sponsors in there as well.
Of course, our CPR sponsor with Safety Solved, our web design sponsor with Blue Zenith Web Design, and the physical therapist sponsor with Park Meadows Pilates.
Good stuff, folks. Don't go anywhere. We've got business tips and insights, including your health tip, coming up next on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
where photographs are your treasures. Your art collection means something to you, and that jersey you won in that silent auction is providing you with tons of bragging rights, so it matters to you where you have it framed. Trust your framing to the experts at Frame the Art, the experts with heart. What matters to you matters to Frame the Art. Don't drop your treasures off at a warehouse. Call Frame the Art, 303-722-1525, 303-722-1525, located just north of Dartmouth on South Broadway in Englewood. Frame the Art. It matters.
Design, implement, and support. If you have a computer, a cell phone, or a tablet, you have a network. Hi, this is Eric, and I've got great news for you. Your network has a guy. For the last 15 years, Brad Binkley of Binkley IT has served his clients without killing their budget. Brad can effectively manage a network of up to 50 computers, typically for about 2 to 4 hours a week. Huge savings, no sacrifice. Call Brad today for your next IT partner, 720-254-1057. That's 720-254-1057. Binkley IT, solving the IT puzzle one piece at a time.
When it comes time for you to buy your next new or gently used vehicle, you'll definitely want an auto broker. And when it comes to which auto broker to choose, here's all you need to know. Matt Martin and H.M. Brown and Associates. Matt has access to all makes and models and offers fantastic financing, leasing, and can even help you with your trade-in. H.M. Brown has 27 years with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Buy your next car with the integrity and capable help of Matt Martin and H.M. Brown and Associates. 303-414-2388. Call today.
Being a homeowner, business owner, or a consumer has never been easier thanks to the Extreme Customer Service Directory. You can count on the Experience Pros Network to deliver the best in customer service and collaboration. Check out the Extreme Customer Service Directory for all your referrals, and if you don't see your favorites on the list, let us know. We'll check them out, and if their customers are saying great things about them, they could be a great fit for the Extreme Customer Service Directory online at experiencepros.com/directory.
It's time for you to take control of your money. If it's in a 401k, someone else is in charge. Getting a loan from yourself is not what you've always been taught, and it's not complicated. Pick up the phone and call Walt Wilson at Private Pension Design and ask him about the infinite banking concept at 303-550-2847. That's 303-550-2847. You can start learning more at privatepensiondesign.com. There are 10 videos and other tools to help you get out of debt without changing your cash flow or paying extra taxes. You've worked hard for the money you've saved. Learn how to keep more control of it at privatepensiondesign.com.
Good morning, Denver. This is Dave. Don't miss the Dave Ramsey Show today at noon, live on AM 560, The Source.
You know, it's so inspiring to hear those debt-free screams in the Dave Ramsey Show. When you hear how people have overcome financial difficulties, it makes you realize you're not alone in those struggles and that you can do it too. That's what my show is all about in all aspects of life. Hi, everybody. This is Angie Austin. I invite you to join me on our sister station, 810 KLVZ, for The Good News. It's stories of hurt that have turned into stories of hope, stories of triumph, victory, and overcoming obstacles in your life. Tune in weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. for The Good News with Angie Austin on our sister station, 810 KLVZ.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a revolutionary by sharing a fan bragging story of great customer service on Facebook.com/ExperiencePros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to Life in the Fast Lane here on the Experience Pros Radio Show. It's time to check in with our good friends over at BioT Medical.
And when you want to talk about living that optimal life and thriving, Gunther Mueller with BioT Medical is a great solution, offering health tips here every week on the Experience Pros Radio Show. Gunther, welcome back.
Hey, thanks for having me again this week. You guys doing well?
You know, Gunther, we are doing well, thanks to you. What's going on? What's going on with BioT?
So the health tip again this week is, I want to bring it to investigation. I want to bring it to really doing some research. You know, we go through life, we age, we get over that 40-year mark, and things start falling apart. And I think we just fall into this, mode of just taking the general consensus advice. So watching television again this week and just watching the drug commercials coming out and My kids were even laughing at it, just saying there was 3 benefits to this drug and like 26 bad things, and this is why you should take the drug. It just doesn't make any sense that we are living in a culture, and unfortunately our traditional medical model has just gone to these patented synthetic drugs to kind of put some Band-Aids on our symptoms.
Yeah.
And
out of the mouths of babes, right, Gunther?
Exactly.
They get it.
My kids are on this, right? So it's we got to take charge of doing our own research. We got to do our own homework. We have to, really do some thinking and take our health by the horns, so to say, and do something about it and really get the facts and understand, our physiology, our biochemistry, how our food affects us, how all these chemicals in our environment, how they affect us. And it's all about how can we age healthier. We've got epidemic diseases going on in our culture. I can't tell you how many people I know that are being diagnosed with breast cancer. And it takes 8 to 9 years to develop a palpable breast cancer. This is not something that happens overnight. All different types of cancer, heart disease, type 2 diabetes, obesity is running rampant, even in the great state of Colorado, which is probably one of the leanest states in the country. But, you start looking down in the southeast and different places, obesity is an epidemic in this country. And, at BioTeam Medical, we can show you that a lot of these conditions, a lot of these things that are ailing our population, ailing our culture, are hormone related. We start losing our hormones after about age 30. They start getting out of whack, getting out of balance, and we don't feel good anymore. And then when we don't feel good, we don't exercise, we don't do the things that we want to do, and it becomes a very vicious cycle, of just low energy, headaches, body aches, joint aches, muscle aches, all this kind of stuff is happening to us. And just talk to your friends.
Gunther, let me ask you a question here on behalf of the listening audience, some of whom are probably new, listening for the very first time. BioTeam Medical is bioidentical hormone replacement therapy, but you see those commercials on now, and now they're going after a mass class action lawsuit against those synthetic types. Help us understand the differentiation, if you will, please.
Yeah, I'm really glad you brought that up, because that is something we're talking to with our certified practitioner network. With started with the Wall Street Journal, that they ran a headline that testosterone causes heart attacks in older men. And if you don't read any deeper than the headline, you're truly being misinformed. And so there's a huge difference. When you read a study like that, you have to read what form of hormone was being used, how often was it being administered, what was the health condition of the people that were in the study. So there's all kinds of things, and we go over all this at our live seminars and things like that your listening audience can definitely join us at. I'm doing some live webinars also. They can go to gunthermueller.com to register for the webinars that we're doing, so they don't have to leave the comfort of their house, and they can get some of this education and information. But the important thing is there's a huge difference between testosterone and testosterone and testosterone. You can't just lump every kind of testosterone into one bucket. It matters whether it's a patch or a shot or a cream in how it assimilates in the body, how it affects your biochemistry. And when you're using synthetic compounds, the body has to react to that and get rid of the synthetic portion of those compounds. When you're using pure bioidentical or human identical hormone, the body recognizes it as what? Made at home, made here. The same hormone that you've been making and using all of your life is what we're talking about at BioTeam Medical. And then we use a modality called a pellet, which gets inserted easily under the skin so that we create an effectual, steady state, individualized dose. It's not a one-size-fits-all approach. There's not one hormone dose that works for everybody. It has to be individualized.
Wow.
And that's what you get with BioTeam Medical, that individualized, natural hormone that your body has stopped creating. And there are so many there are so many symptoms that we're experiencing these days that we don't even realize are related to having low hormones in our system. And
right.
We think that we're going to supplement it with a pill, some kind of statin, Ostin, Matin, cretin.
It's going to make your wee willy winky fall off, but not over a BioT. So Gunther, give some contact information, will you please?
So again, I do get calls from your listeners, and it's always fun talking to them. I love talking about this subject. It's very complex, so I'd be happy to answer any questions regarding symptoms and hormone balance and all that. I can be reached at 303-598-1609. Again, that's 303-598-1609. And also lots of information at biotmedical.com, B-I-O, the letter T, the letter E, the word medical.com. And then just if anybody's interested in getting on one of our webinars or one of our live seminars that we do around the city at different physicians' offices, just have them contact me, and we'll get them in the right spot.
You've got a webinar coming up soon, don't you?
I do. Actually, the next one is March 11th at 7 p.m. And to register for that webinar, you got to go to my personal site, which is GuntherMueller.com, GuntherMueller, GuntherMueller.com, and you can register for one of those pre-scheduled webinar dates and times.
Tell you what, folks, you owe it to yourself to check that out at GuntherMueller.com and find out what's going on in the world of bioidentical hormone replacement therapy over at BioT Medical. Gunther, thanks for the call, man.
Thank you. Have an awesome day.
You betcha, folks. This is the most positive business talk show in America, and you know what? Your business is our business.
The Experienced Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Can you imagine going an entire day without your phone or computer? Crazy, right? How else would you communicate with your team, contact that client, or even get paid? Absolutely nothing happens when you don't have technology in your lap. Even a slow-running computer can stall your progress, and when your software doesn't sync, nothing seems to work out. You've got a technology partner like no other with C-Squared Computer Consulting. C-Squared is your business pain reliever. Solve your pain. Call C-Squared at 303-933-1113.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
Leaders, listen up. You want to get the very best from your people, and See It Thrive can help. Address personnel challenges with confidence and unleash the best performance out of your organization, team, or individuals. See It Thrive helps you realize the possibilities of your team coming together as an unstoppable force. Reduce conflict and empower transformation. Because you work with people, make the courageous choice to see it thrive. Call Sue Kenfield today at 303-791-2807. That's 303-791-2807. Discover and sign up for upcoming workshops at seeitthrive.com.
You've heard of life coaches, business coaches, and football coaches. It's about time you heard of the Happiness Coach. Life Warrior Coaching is a unique program that teaches the science of happiness along with meditation, yoga, and exercise to help you live more fully in the here and now. Don't follow a program you hate to be happy tomorrow. Let Life Warrior Coaching empower your mind and body to live optimally and fully in this present moment. Become a Life Warrior. Call today, 303-562-8798 or online at lifewarriorcoaching.com.
Networking is full of myths. Bring lots of business cards. Be sure to meet at least 10 new people. Have your 30-second sales pitch ready. Your network is your net worth, but only if you're networking with your A-team. Take the guesswork out of your networking by joining Extreme Relationship Management. It's transforming the way people are networking. It's way more fun than drive-by networking and doesn't waste your time handing out stacks of business cards. Check out ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com for their next event. ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com.
I'll never forget
that moment.
As long as I live.
As long as I live.
My first call ever as a member of the National Guard.
When we got to the armory, they briefed us on the wildfires. They were getting dangerously close to homes.
Helicopters were going out to drop water on the fires. Guys in the unit were preparing for firefighting with local fire crews.
At that moment, I got my first taste of just how important the Guard is to my community.
See how the Guard can be an important part of your life at NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Colorado National Guard. Aired by the Colorado Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hey, Denver, this is Dave Ramsey on KLZ. The only way I can help you is for you to call me. Do it today. The Dave Ramsey Show is live from noon to 3 right here on the legendary AM 560 KLZ.
The Experience Pros radio show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
I don't want to.
What do you mean you don't want to?
It makes me nervous.
Okay, all right.
There's people.
There's people there watching you.
Watching and they're looking and they're... I'm starting to hyperventilate.
Are you starting to hyperventilate? All right, well, we're going to talk a little bit about stage fright. And we often think of stage fright simply as being on the stage, doing a presentation, and we're all kind of freaked out about it. But really, we are on stage all of the time. We are all actors, according to our next guest, whether we're at work, school, home, even alone in front of the bathroom mirror. And if we can accomplish this one thing, we can get rid of all the other self-help books in our library. Welcome, Richard Reichel. He is the author of a brand new book that's out that says...
How to Overcome Stage Fright in Your Life.
Everybody is an actor.
Yeah, let's talk to Richard. Dr. Richard, welcome to the Experience Pros radio show.
Thank you so much, Angel and Eric. You know, I really enjoy your show on YouTube.
Thank you.
It's really informative and entertaining.
Well,
I'm so happy to be with you.
Well, thank you very much. You mentioned YouTube, and then I now remember that there's a camera on us, and that makes me nervous all again. How in the world can I overcome this this stage fright?
Well, Eric, anxiety is the demon of stage fright. We become anxious, and we are not able to normally overcome this by just regular means. My psychophantic sensors in the book, Everybody is an Actor, breaks down this problem and solves it.
Did you say psychophantic system? What is that?
Psychophantic sensors, which is a part of the system, you're correct, is a way which, again, can break down anxiety, and it can give us confidence. You know, you can't buy confidence, you can't buy concentration, but you can learn through the psychophantic system how to overcome anxiety, how to overcome stage fright. Now, there's different levels of the psychophantic sensors. I call it the heart of the psychophantic system. First of all, it's what is revealed. When you're dealing with another personality and yourself, you have to look at what's revealed. What's this person all about?
Does when you say dealing with another personality, does Angel count?
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Just checking.
Yes, she's a very lovely lady, and you're a very handsome guy, by the way.
All right, so Richard, when I think about, overcoming stage fright, a lot of times people think of it just as public speaking, but you're talking about regular conversations that we're having. Maybe I'm going in and talking to my boss or having to ask a difficult question, and I think that sometimes we just think, well, maybe I'm shy, and that's why I have anxiety. But you're saying, no, we can actually overcome all of this anxiety, and it's not just if you're shy. Even outgoing people have these issues too, right?
Yes. I've worked as a casting director, as a producer-director of films, and probably most people would say, well, actors should be able to overcome stage fright. They want to be actors. They want to go out and portray someone else. But I have found that many people that come to auditions actually are overcome by stage fright. And many people, as you were saying, Angel, that have to face their boss or even their friends or family have problems because they don't know how to perceive them, they don't know how to approach them, and that's why the psychophantic system is important, because not only do we go to the level of finding out what's revealed, but we also find out how do you feel about that person? How do you think that person feels about you? And then the next level is how do we deal with that? And then we go to how will you seal your character, change your character to reach that person? And then the next step is what has the character actually become real that you're going to use to reach this person? Do you have appeal? Okay, is that person going to accept this new image of yourself? Do you have the zeal you need to do it? And after you have done your presentation, we'll call it a presentation with this person, you need time to heal and to analyze what you've accomplished. So those are the basic sensors in my book. Everybody's an actor. And it's not just for actors, because everybody really is an actor. Now, Angel, I know you're a golfer, and you have golfing buddies or people that you golf with.
Sure.
And you act with them differently than you would with your mother, don't you?
So yeah, you bring mom into it, and I feel like, I'm always the little girl with mom and dad. So, Eric's all, he's like, I want to talk.
I got something to say.
But I agree with you, Richard. I think we have different parts of us that come out. When I'm a mom, I'm different than when I'm a friend. I'm different from my spouse, different from my professional. And yet at the core, I'm still the same. I'm just kind of highlighting or showcasing almost like a caricature, right? In a caricature, they draw and they emphasize, one of your features. So I'm thinking this is almost like emphasizing
somebody has a PhD in BS. I'm just saying. Hold on for a second, Doctor. I got a question for you.
Sure.
I'm just going to push back a little bit because I know that you're the expert, and I certainly am not.
I got your back, Richard.
But hold on here. Is it true then that we're all just walking around wearing masks? Is there no such thing as authenticity? Doctor?
I believe that we do have a real personality that we most of the time. When we're by ourselves, that actual personality comes out. But otherwise, I think everybody presents themselves to different people in different lights all the time. For instance, Eric.
Oh boy.
When you're doing your illusions, and I don't know if you still do that or not.
Check you out.
You present yourself as the illusionist, and you expect the audience to respect that and be amazed by that. But now, when you go to your auto mechanic, you present a guy who needs his car fixed.
Okay, all right. I see where you're going with this. Are you watching the YouTube video right now?
No, sir.
Because I'm waggling my finger at you, mister. Okay.
Actually, this has been incredibly insightful for all of us, because I think that, I watched the Oscars recently and watched some of the actors on stage who you would think have the utmost confidence, never get stage fright, and some of them were nervous. And yet, so if they're still nervous, I think I was almost thinking, well, there's no hope for the rest of us.
Right.
But with your system, you say that it's excellence. You can improve your confidence, become more dynamic and assertive at work, in social situations, at school, even, and at home. How do our listeners follow up with you and get a copy of your book?
Oh, all right. The book is available at Barnes Noble, at Amazon. You can look at my website at everybodysanactor.com. Also, email address is everybodysanactor@gmail.com. I am on Facebook. I'm on YouTube if you type in Dr. Richard R. Reichel. And I hope that people will become more attuned to the fact that they can overcome stage fright. It's not something that's impossible to do.
You're absolutely right, Dr. Reichel, and the proof is in the pudding. When I met Angel, the very last thing she would ever consider doing was standing in front of an audience or talking to tens of thousands of people every single day. You've been a fantastic guest, and I want to thank you for your time. We appreciate you. That's Dr. Richard R. Reichel, and the website, the book is called Everybody is an Actor. The website, everybodyisAnActor.com. Folks, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we've got more positive business talk on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Testosterone therapy. We've all heard about the benefits, but which method is safe? Hi, this is Dan Denai, Chief Operating Officer with BioT Medical. At BioT, we've developed the safest, most effective way to balance your hormones. Unlike synthetic shots, gels, and creams with many dangerous side effects, bioidentical, natural testosterone pellets are safe and beneficial to the heart, bones, brain, and prostate. Go to biotmedical.com to learn more. That's BIOTE medical.com. BioT, it's the right choice.
Where do you go when the bank says no? Every business needs money, and yours is probably no different. What's that you say? Your bank backed out on a commitment to you? Our friend Steve Replin has the answers to your financial questions. Steve's new book, Where to Go When the Bank Says No, is the authoritative guide to finding you the money you need now. Where to Go When the Bank Says No, available right now at hardmoneybooks.com. That's hardmoneybooks.com. Where do you go when the bank says no? hardmoneybooks.com.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
Stop calling around looking for the best mortgage rates and call ALMC Mortgage. ALMC Mortgage matches you with the right mortgage for your needs every single time. Now's the right time to finance. Call ALMC Mortgage today at 303-696-6933. 303-696-6933. Check out today's current rates and questions you should ask about your mortgage at almcmortgage.com. almcmortgage.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Hi, this is Angel, and I want to send you on a weekend getaway. All you have to do is tell Eric where to go. That's right. Just for voting for where you would send Eric on his first vacation in 12 years, you're entered to win a getaway of your own. It's free, and you can vote online once every day on the Highlands Ranch Travel Facebook page, right there on the Experience Travel tab. Tune in daily to discover 16 other locations around town where you can get extra votes each and every day. There's no downside. Possibly win a weekend getaway just by telling Eric where to go.
Tell your staff to tune in daily to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Business training and inspiration from national experts are here for you every day on the Experience Pros Radio Show. Start your week off by learning a great new business skill. Tune in midweek to boost your positive attitude and be sure to always end your week with Fan Braggin' Friday. The Experience Pros Radio Show is here for you every day, changing the way people treat people in business. Join the revolution and tune in to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Weekday business training designed to inspire you to get your business right.
Lucky you, because you get to listen to the Laura Ingraham Show mornings on the legendary KLZ.
This is Dave. The Experience Pros Radio Show is changing the way people treat people in business. Listen to Eric and Angel mornings at 10, right before the Dave Ramsey Show at noon on KLZ 560, The Source.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. We hope this is the most inspiring hour of your work week. And I'll tell you something. You've heard of, investing. We have financiers and folks come in and talk to us about investing your money.
Right.
Well, there are other things you can invest.
Chickens?
The chickens again. No, not chickens. How about time? How do you invest your time?
Oh, this is a tough one, right?
because there's a limited amount of time.
Right.
It doesn't carry over to the next day. So if you save time today, you don't get to bank it for the end of the week on Sunday, for example. You get to bank all your extra saved time. How we spend our time today, this is it. And if we're not being productive with how we spend our time, will we see the rewards we're looking for down the road? And sometimes, and I think a lot of times, what we're doing today, we forget that our actions today will reap benefits down the road.
Absolutely.
We often think when we're investing our money, okay, so we're going to put money in and I'm going to see this ROI out. And it's a little easier to track, right? Or, dollars in, dollars out.
Right.
Time is a little bit different because we're not necessarily tracking back to, do you remember that time when we sat down and wrote down our goals? Or do you remember that time when we mapped out in the calendar all of the activities we're going to do?
It's a little less linear.
And so when we achieve our goals and we achieve something and we hit a milestone, and we are developed and we have these opportunities that show up, we don't necessarily go back and say, that was because I spent that time reading that book,
right,
investing in that person, spending time listening, talking, sharing.
Yep.
And yet, our time is really the biggest investment that we have.
It really is. And so let's start our journey of investing your time by taking a time out.
A time out?
Yep. How about you're working, you're putting in your effort all day long. How about from time to time you just check out and go for a walk?
Step away from the computer.
Please.
And so I'm glad you're talking about this stepping away from stuff and taking a time out. Because
absolutely.
Some of us consider that a vacation.
Oh, I see what you just did
saying.
there.
So I'm glad we're taking baby steps.
I'm talking about just taking a walk over the lunch break. Lady?
Sometimes we do. We get so in the zone and we think, okay, if I just keep working, I work harder and I work later, then I'm going to get more work done. And yet being more productive sometimes means stopping, resting, rejuvenating. In fact,
change your scenery.
At the end of our day yesterday, we ended up working out at Orange Theory Fitness.
Yeah, we did.
And I remember changing into my workout clothes thinking, this is probably a more effective way to end the day versus a happy hour.
Yeah, I mean,
just to kind of blow off some steam.
One is a heck of a lot more fun than the other.
You know what I mean? Like just blowing off some steam, getting out of your head.
It's good for your health.
Getting out of the day.
Yes.
And because all of that stuff will take care of you. And even if you work in a really happy environment, that's not stressful, I'd like to know if those exist. I don't know if those definitely exist, but just getting away from your work environment can rekindle your spirit, your creative spirit.
Absolutely, and it's a great investment for your time because when you get that creativity back, you're actually able to maximize that. And the same thing goes with working out. It's a great tie-in because once you get that muscle strength back, you've got that core body strength going, you're going to be able to be more productive. Here's another idea if you're talking about investing with time. Show me the people you hang out with, and I'll show you who you are.
Be careful about the people you associate with. And, there are people that feed into you, who pour into you, who lift you up and encourage you. And
positive.
Then there are people that just take that away. And sometimes we can't eliminate all of those people in our lives. So
They're
we have
fun sponges.
I know, I'm calling them fun sponges these days. I heard that phrase and I love it. It takes time to develop some really core key relationships. And, some of them are mentors, some of them are just dear friends, somebody that you've got an outlet that you can just release some of the burdens that you've been carrying. I think as entrepreneurs, we're often alone and we don't have somebody we can express ourselves to. Well, you don't want to do that on social media. You don't want to express your negativity on social media.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Would you say that again?
You don't want to express your negativity on social media, but have a few key friends that you can share that with, that you can vent. Sometimes, for me, I just need to say it out loud.
Sure.
I just need to say it, and I can deal with it before I blow up in an inappropriate situation. You don't take these things to networking events. You don't take things to an online public forum, but have a few private people that you can connect with. And also, just to be careful, because everybody's got an idea of how you should improve your life, right? You know what you should do? Have you ever heard that phrase?
Oh, yeah.
You know what you should do?
Or the Lord told me. Okay. When he tells me, we'll be on the same page. So I think it's well stated, and I also want to say that if you want to better your situation, you want to see an ROI in your time, invest that time with people who are smarter and sharper and better at what you're doing than you are, and you'll see yourself actually rise to meet that.
All right. Now schedule some time to just take an assessment that you are moving forward. Celebrate the milestones that you have reached. And as entrepreneurs, we hit milestones every single day. There's a lot of stuff that we're doing each and every day to move the needle forward. And we don't often take time to recognize that we're advancing. And we don't take time to celebrate, but just take an inventory of what you're doing and things that are working, things that make you feel good, things that are productive. And it's not necessarily, okay, am I seeing results from this? Is this getting me, am I attending these events? Am I getting clients from this event? Sometimes we have to reassess what the goal is, because maybe we're there for something more internal. I'm learning how to speak in front of people. I'm learning how to get my message out. I'm learning how to pay it forward. I'm learning how to build my A-team and create a network. And so often we think, well, what am I getting? But really, a lot of the times we're building into other people, and we're learning to give. And so we have to mold ourselves and create that giving attitude. And so if we're not necessarily getting something out of social media, I'm not getting any clients. Well, that's not what that tool was designed for. It's actually about engaging and conversing and getting your message out and sharing your brand and having people say, I've heard of you, and establishing yourself as an expert and creating credibility. There's a whole laundry list
Absolutely.
Of what the tool is for. And so often we want to narrow it down to one thing. And am I getting that customer? There's so much more to growing your business than a transaction.
Keep this in mind as you're investing your time, that the path of least resistance is often the path to disaster. We all go with what's convenient sometimes, but that rarely works out the way that we expect it to. Anything worth having is worth working for, right? And if you find yourself in a situation where the project you're working on no longer floats your boat, if the customer that you're dealing with is one of those, the ones I'm talking about, the grumpy ones.
The fun sponge.
The fun sponge.
They soak up the fun out of everything.
You were going to say another word. But yes.
You have to say that. Like, when I self-correct, I already know that
But my head was already
okay,
there.
So just because you have the thought doesn't mean you need to speak it out loud.
Okay, I won't say it.
Okay.
But those people, you don't have to hold on to. You can let them go. In fact, you can make a referral to your competition.
Or suggest they go on vacation.
By themselves.
Sometimes.
Away. There you go. There's time to invest your time, ways to invest your time, and you will see an ROI if you follow those the key points that we brought up here in this segment. Wow, time flies.
When we're having fun.
Right.
We are having fun. Thank you for investing your time and spending a little bit of your time listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show. We hope that we bring on expert guests and fun advice and encouragement to help you go on throughout your day. So as you're in between phone calls, sales calls, in between appointments, that you just tune in for that little bit of optimism and encouragement and inspiration. And we just want to congratulate you on what you are doing each and every day.
Absolutely.
You are a legacy. You are leaving a legacy, and where you go, your brand follows.
What's that you said? You're not done? Well, neither are we. We have a whole nother hour of the Experience Pros Radio Show coming up next. Have to take a quick station ID, so on behalf of Charlie, our producer, Angel, myself, all the people that make the Experience Pros Radio Show happen, every day we say thank you. We do appreciate you not only tuning in, but sharing the show with others. You are the revolution. You are creating a difference in the way people treat people in business. And we will be right back after this.
This has been the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution. KLZ 560, The Source.
Is it better to fund your Roth IRA in full at the beginning of the year or contribute evenly over the course of a year?
Dave Ramsey.
Well, generally speaking, over at the beginning of the year just as fast as you can, because you figure the market's going to come up on average in a given year. Now, if the market went down during that year, then you would have been better off to do it the other way. If it bothers you that the market is going up and down and you sit and fret over it and you pull up the market every day and you watch the nightly news and you worry about the Dow Jones Industrial Average, then just fund it evenly a little bit per month, and then you get the benefit then of what's called dollar cost averaging. But on average, mathematically, throughout the history of the stock market, the sooner you invest, the better. And the more you invest, the better. Because, in other words, you got that whole year for that money all of that money to grow instead of 1/12, 2/12, 3/12, 4/12, 5/12, and so on.
The Dave Ramsey Show, noon to 3 on KLZ 560, The Source.
This is the legendary KLZ AM 560 KLZ HD Denver and online streaming at 560thesource.com since 1922. KLZ Denver.
This is the Blaze Radio News. I'm John DeMaster. Secretary of State John Kerry in Kiev supporting Ukraine's leadership. The White House announcing $1 billion in energy aid and an economic package to Ukraine.
When the President of the United States says, tell Vladimir I'll be more flexible when I am reelected, that's really not a statement of strength.
Vladimir Putin talking tough, saying any sanctions placed on Russia because troops are taking control of Crimea will backfire. Senator John McCain on Fox.
This president believes that somehow with this reset that it will turn Putin into a different person. The president said the Cold War, it was debate with Romney, the Cold War has been over for 20 years. The president may believe that. Putin doesn't.
Russia's state-controlled natural gas plant announcing a hike in the price of gas supplies to Ukraine. NATO and Russia to have talks over Ukraine tomorrow. This is news on the Blaze Radio Network.
In the year 1791, Americans were guaranteed individual freedoms and a limited government. Today, those freedoms are disappearing. The government listens to your phone calls and scans your emails. That's why we've created 1791 Email. When you sign up for an account, you can rest assured that we won't invade your inbox or scan your emails. And with your 1791 Email account, you'll be letting everyone know that you believe in individual freedom. Find out more about 1791 Email at 1791.com and start sharing the spirit of America today. For the record, establishing truth in the media and setting a new standard in broadcast journalism. Investigating the stories the mainstream media doesn't just ignore, but are afraid to uncover. A news program that doesn't compromise anything, has no political agenda, and nothing to lose. For the record, restoring truth in the media and setting the record straight. Returning soon to the Blaze. Truth lives here.
The Blaze Radio News on KLZ 560 The Source.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business, and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
What is that sound? Oh, I hope you choke on it. Look at you need some oxygen. Are you dying?
Nope.
I need to call
just
safety
making
salt?
the noise that I know that you love.
I don't love that. Are you making that sound like to annoy me?
Does it annoy you?
A lot.
I'll be moving to Grand Rapids, Michigan soon.
Okay. Bye-bye.
No. I'm still gonna call in my.
No, take that noise with you. I'm sorry. There's been a disconnection.
Didn't you hear?
Charlie, hang up on him.
Did you hear the news?
There's news?
In Grand Rapids, Michigan, anyone with a penchant for running their nails down the chalkboard or making annoying noises will soon be safe.
Safe from what?
The City Commission is getting rid of a section of city code that states no person shall willfully annoy another person. In other words, I can do this all I want, and you can't stop me.
Pause.
What?
There was a section of city code that said that you could not willfully annoy somebody else.
Yep.
So if you were annoying somebody else willfully, you could be like arrested for it or fined or something.
Yep.
And now they're removing that section of city code. Thank goodness for our tax dollars are hard at work there. And so now there's nothing to enforce. So if somebody wants to be willfully annoying.
Right. Well, here's the thing.
As if Grand Rapids doesn't have its enough problems.
There's a well-educated lady named Catherine Mish. She's the city attorney, and she told the Grand Rapids Press that this old law of no person shall willfully annoy another person is unconstitutional in terms of being vague. It's simply unenforceable. So we're going to get rid of that code, and I can do this.
So if you do that, which free country,
right?
But you still have a cause and effect. There are still consequences for your actions. It doesn't mean
you're making that face.
There are no consequences.
You're making
for
that
your
face
actions.
like there's already consequences.
Oh,
I'm in trouble, aren't I?
Absolutely, absolutely. And so, if you can be willfully annoying, I can be willfully flicking you in the nose with my fingernail.
Oh, no, you may not.
I can't?
No.
Does that annoy you?
No, that's assault and battery.
Flicking of the...
Yes.
Let me see.
The nose, no, the proboscis, no. No. That's no, that's...
Is that annoying?
There's lots of nerve endings. Stop that.
I know, that's why we go for the nose.
Mm-mm.
I learned that in my self-defense class. You just kind of palm up, curling your fingers, and you've got the hard part of your palm, and you just get it up in your nose.
Well, this lady here, Catherine Mish, the city attorney over there in Grand Rapids, she's also proposing an update in the law to make it illegal for motorists to ignore police officers who are trying to pull them over. Those folks up in Grand Rapids have no clue what's going on in the law at all.
As it currently stands, it's legal for you to keep going when a cop attempts to pull you over.
According to city attorney Catherine Mish, she says, it appears there's a gap in the law. You think? Where there is no provision for situations where a police officer clearly signals with lights and or siren that a motor vehicle is to pull over, and the driver of that motor vehicle fails and or, she's a lawyer, you got the and ors, refuses to do so but does not increase speed or extinguish the lights on the vehicle.
And there goes, therefore, we question why things are the way they are. Like, this is what we're spending our time focusing on. Some of these gaps that people may not even be completely aware of. And the complaints, in the irritation, rather than what can we do to improve? How can we help? How can we make life better, safer for our community?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Let's focus on something good rather than, there's something kind of bad, let's make it worse.
You know what? I think you just described the Experience Pros radio show. We're going to take a commercial break, and we're going to focus on how to make it good, positive business talk.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Run a business and have a life. You got into business so you could enjoy life, and Employer Essentials can help. They keep up with the ever-changing payroll and employment laws and requirements, as well as all those employee management issues. Employer Essentials is the answer you've been looking for to add payroll and HR solutions that offer you peace of mind and the time to do what you want to do. Employer Essentials, Denver's trusted local payroll and HR provider for 15 years. EmployerEssentials.com or 303-734-9436.
Hi, this is Angel, and I've been in my home for 12 years now. When I think about redecorating, I just can't seem to get past what I've always done. Helene's Designs offers a fluff-it-up service for home decorating. She takes what I already have and rearranges just enough to fluff it up. Call Helene to get fluffed up at 720-233-7302. Helene's Designs is a full-service design firm that helps you turn your dreams into a reality. Call Helene's Designs today at 720-233-7302 or check out the before and after pictures online at helenesdesigns.com.
Renew, heal, and experience the miraculous with master healer, yoga, and meditation teacher, Karen Corona. Karen has 30 years experience providing natural healing therapies and nutritional education. Her yoga and meditation programs will guide you back to vibrant health and wellness. Call Karen today and get started. 303-725-1119. Mention Experience Pros and get $450 off Karen's upcoming healing and yoga retreat in June, set in lovely Nuevo Vallarta, Mexico. 303-725-1119 or online at KarenCorona.com.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
When you think of going to the dentist, it makes you uncomfortable and uptight. You recall the dark ages of dentistry. Weisbard Dental wants to change that image. Imagine being welcomed in a comfortable, beautiful, brand new dental office with digital x-rays, digital photos, being comforted throughout the entire process. At Weisbard Dental, you'll be treated while relaxing in their massage chairs. Make an appointment for Weisbard Dental at 303-773-3373. Check them out at weisbarddental.com. WEISBARD dental.com.
I'm Dr. Lee Weisbard, and I can make you smile.
It's a new day on KLZ, so wake up with Randy Corcoran tomorrow morning at 5 on KLZ 560, The Source.
You know, it's so inspiring to hear those debt-free screams from the Dave Ramsey Show. When you hear how people have overcome financial difficulties, it makes you realize you're not alone in those struggles and that you can do it too. That's what my show is all about in all aspects of life. Hi, everybody. This is Angie Austin. I invite you to join me on our sister station, 810 KLVZ, for The Good News. It's stories of hurt that have turned into stories of hope, stories of triumph, victory, and overcoming obstacles in your life. Tune in weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. for The Good News with Angie Austin on our sister station, 810 KLVZ.
The Experience Pros radio show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
I got a pocket full of sunshine. I got a love and I know that it's all mine. Oh. Whoa.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. So thankful that you are tuned in with us today. And, you know, Angel, I'd prefer to do this by rock, paper, scissors.
I'll beat you.
Yeah, you always do. Okay, you can be the boss today.
Today. Does
Right.
that mean we have to make some major difficult decisions?
Well, you know,
I get to be the boss.
It's often the case if you're in business at all, it's often the case you got to put on the boss hat and tackle either things that come up with your customers, your staff, or whatnot. It's just situations in there. And what do you do to stay motivated?
Well, Zig Ziglar said that people say that motivation doesn't last. Well, neither does bathing, which is why we recommend it happen daily.
Oh, he's a smart man.
And as the boss, so often you're pouring into others, right? You're pouring into your staff, you're pouring into the team, you're pouring into your customers, you're pouring into your vendors. You're the one pouring into other people. So how do you make sure that you stay fed, inspired, and motivated?
Who or what is pouring into you?
Exactly. And so one of the things, you've heard the phrase, leaders are readers and readers are leaders.
Amen.
What are you reading? What are you putting in? Garbage in, garbage out. No kidding, we know that. But sometimes we just get so busy. We're just too busy. And so our reading happens while scrolling through Facebook or 120 characters at a time because
that's
we're reading
educational.
Twitter feed. So reading daily items that are going to inspire you and motivate you. I mean, we all have our fun reading, right? You know, our little beach novels and stuff and our pool novels that are just for fun, but a daily intake of good stuff that encourages your brain to just be constantly thinking and inspired and motivated. I like to read what do you call those, biographies?
Yep.
Of other successful people and see how they did it. You know, because there's a couple of lessons you get out of there. One, wow, they're just like me. I've been going through that too, and they got through it. And another is, all right, I'm not so far off.
Right.
Or if I just tweak and stretch or make a slight change, I could be there too.
Well, and you were talking about the novels, and I do appreciate reading self-help or business motivational biography, those kinds of things to help you. But I'll tell you what, if I'm going to stay motivated, I also need to have, because I surround myself with work all day long, and I think that one of the things that I like to do is check out.
And it is,
It's
and you do need some therapeutic time where you are not on, where
Right.
you get to actually turn off. But I think if you're going to stay inspired, you're going to pour into you. Like I said, we're pouring into others. You've got to do something that pours into you.
All right.
And I think that the self-help books and the biographies, the actual reading, I think you just improve your vocabulary. Your brain works on it. I can't actually read those business type books at the end of my day.
Oh, no, right.
Because my brain wants to work on it and turn it into a segment or a seminar or something educational. So I have to read it
to do on the beginning.
in the beginning of my day
Sure.
to start it off. All right, writing down your why.
Right.
Your why. Why do we do what we do? Because guaranteed something's going to derail you.
It's true.
Something's going to come along to distract you. You're going to have a rough day. You're going to have a rough moment. You're going to have a rough person that you just kind of have to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, and be calm. We don't get to share every comment that comes into, every thought that comes into our head.
Please don't.
But knowing your why, your baby steps, your goals, what you're shooting for, why you're doing what you're doing is so key to review. So you can have that in a vision statement.
Sure.
You can have that in a vision board. You can just have a checklist or a picture in front of you that you're just kind of being grounded as to why you do what you do.
And if that's something that's important to you, I recommend going to our friend Carrie Conley over at Infinite Nation, her Life in Transition workshop on Thursday, March 20th. It runs from 11 to 2. It is a fantastic opportunity for people to really figure out what's going on, why we do. Carrie is an expert at creating goals and then making them stick.
Yeah, there's sticky vision. And we think about it's the bigger picture, because in the day-to-day, in the moment, we can get kind of caught up in just the urgency. And so having that bigger picture and knowing what you do really does make a difference, and that there are people out there that appreciate you. And so putting yourself in front of those people that fuel you, inspire you, and lift you up is key. But you know what, that it doesn't always get to be in person. Maybe it's a book on tape or webinars or things that you're doing and just listening to when you're working out. Some of your mentors, people you look up to, people that have achieved what you want to achieve.
Absolutely.
Because what do they say? It's the books you read and the people you hang out with determine where you'll be in 5 years.
It's so true.
And you can look at where you're at right now and see what you've been reading and who you've been hanging out with, and it makes sense.
How do you get started? Well, do what Dave Ramsey says. He talks about the debt snowball and starting off small and moving into the bigger things. Same thing applies when you're trying to stay motivated as the boss. Give yourself a 5-minute task. Get something over and done with that is accomplishable in 5 minutes. Once you get that victory, you'll start to feel that the momentum going in that direction.
This, when you've got something that you've been putting off, you have to do, what do they call it? The Pomodoro technique,
yep.
Because it's like based off of an old kitchen timer that looked like a tomato, and that's the Italian word for tomato or something like that. And just put a little time limit on it and say, right now, in this moment, I'm going to focus on getting this done. I often call that power hour, where you are making phone calls and following up, is so valuable. Scheduling that into your day. Chatting with somebody yesterday, it's so easy to fill your calendar with activities and be busy, but are you really productive? And so if you're going to be engaged in networking events, and this was where this conversation was about, there's so many things you can do on the calendar. You go to Meetup, you go online. If you're involved in any association, or especially if you're involved with more than one, you can have 3, 4, 5, 6 events in a week that you're going to. But every time you put an event in the calendar, a networking event,
Yep.
or a trade show, or a luncheon, every time you put that event in your calendar, the next 24 to 48 hours ahead in your calendar, put an hour to follow up. So you're putting actually 2 events in your calendar. The event itself and then the time you're going to dedicate to following up. If it's an all-day trade show or something bigger, a big expo, I'll put 3 hours in my calendar to follow up. But to meet and greet and to collect and have those conversations, so often as soon as you get home, the conversation is over, and you've forgotten who you're going to follow up with,
right,
who you're going to connect with, who you're going to send information to. And so doing a double whammy, making sure that every time you have an event, you put the second follow-up piece in your calendar. And that's our same system with your customers. Every time you engage with your customer, what's the next step? Never leave and have an interaction with your customer without putting the next step in the calendar to make sure that nobody falls through the cracks.
So you say it's not very difficult to stay motivated at all. Lots of tips right there. We hope that's been helpful for you. When we come back, business tips and insights on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
You make all kinds of plans for your business, but have you planned for the event that you may need long-term care? Did you know that you can have long-term care insurance that offers you tax advantages and a guaranteed rate of return? Paul Wilson is a licensed agent working in the financial services segment of the insurance industry, and he's a pro when it comes to long-term care. It only takes a moment to register for the next free webinar that could literally change your financial outlook. Visit privatepensiondesign.com today and click the LTC webinar tab.
Being a homeowner, business owner, or a consumer has never been easier thanks to the Extreme Customer Service Directory. You can count on the Experience Pros Network to deliver the best in customer service and collaboration. Check out the Extreme Customer Service Directory for all your referrals, and if you don't see your favorites on the list, let us know. We'll check them out, and if their customers are saying great things about them, they could be a great fit for the Extreme Customer Service Directory. Online at experiencepros.com/directory.
Random online searching is one way to find a good company, but an even better way is to choose the companies that are listed on the Extreme Customer Service Directory. This elite list of companies have one thing in common. They offer extreme customer service. Their customers are bragging about them, and that's what sets them apart. Trust the companies listed on the Extreme Customer Service Directory to take care of you. Extreme Customer Service Directory at experiencepros.com/directory. experiencepros.com/directory.
Your photographs are your treasures. Your art collection means something to you, and that jersey you won in that silent auction is providing you with tons of bragging rights, so it matters to you where you have it framed. Trust your framing to the experts at Frame the Art, the experts with heart. What matters to you matters to Frame the Art. Don't drop your treasures off at a warehouse. Call Frame the Art, 303-722-1525, 303-722-1525, located just north of Dartmouth on South Broadway in Englewood. Frame the Art. It matters.
Design, implement, and support. If you have a computer, a cell phone, or a tablet, you have a network. Hi, this is Eric, and I've got great news for you. Your network has a guy. For the last 15 years, Brad Binkley of Binkley IT has served his clients without killing their budget. Brad can effectively manage a network of up to 50 computers, typically for about 2 to 4 hours a week. Huge savings, no sacrifice. Call Brad today for your next IT partner. 720-254-1057. That's 720-254-1057. Binkley IT, solving the IT puzzle one piece at a time.
Are you an expert? At Experience Pros, we feature the best in business, and we're looking for industry experts to share tips with our audience. If you're an expert who offers great customer service and you'd like to be a part of the Experience Pros radio show, click on the radio interview request at experiencepros.com. We want our audience to hear from you. Go to experiencepros.com and fill out the radio interview request and start spreading the news that you're going to be on the radio.
The real estate agent doesn't have anything to worry about if you're pre-approved.
The Dave Ramsey Show.
And so if you explain to them, we've gotten out of debt, and so we don't have a credit score. However, we are completely pre-approved for this loan. The mortgage company, here's the letter from them that says we're approved for the loan. If a seller has 2 offers on their home, and one offer is from someone who's already pre-approved for their mortgage, they're going to take the pre-approved offer if it's a similar price.
Dave Ramsey, noon to 3 on KLZ 560, The Source.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros radio show.
Hey, welcome back to the big program, and I'll tell you something, you never get a second chance to make a first impression, and what do people notice right off the bat? Your smile.
Absolutely. So you want to make sure you have the most beautiful smile possible. Taking care of all the best smiles in Denver is our dear friend, Dr. Lee Weisbard with Weisbard Dental. Find her online at weisbarddental.com or call her at 303-773-3373. Hi, Dr. Weisbard.
Good morning.
Dr. Weisbard, very nice to have you on today. What's our tip for today?
Well, I was trying to figure out a topic that we haven't addressed before, and I thought about a lot of people come in, especially during stressful times in their lives, with little canker sores or sores in their mouths, and ask different questions. So I just thought maybe we could talk a little bit about that today.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's one of those things when you get them, you think there's nothing you can do to prevent it, or even nothing you can do to move them along and get rid of them, right?
Well, there are different kinds of sores. So there are sores that some people have a herpes virus, and they have herpetic lesions in their mouth, and that's a viral origin. So it takes 7 to 10 days. You can put creams on them, and you can control it, but there's really not a lot you can do about it. And then there are also sores that are just more irritation-type sores, and those sores will come up from different sources: stress, trauma, abrasion, people putting their fingers in their mouths, all different reasons.
You know, Dr. Lee, I from time to time, I get excited when I eat, and from time to time I chomp down and I take a bite out of the part of the meat that's not what I'm really supposed to be eating.
Your cheek?
Right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And it stays forever.
God, that is the worst.
It's hard to heal because in your mouth, those tissues are moving. They're subject to all kinds of food and liquids that we put in our mouth. So it does take a little bit of time. But in general, if a sore or lesion or a bite lasts more than 7 or 10 days, you should check with your doctor.
That 7 or 10 days can be painful. I ate something not too long ago, and it was like the roof of my mouth got swollen, and it lasted like 3 days, but it was painful to eat anything. Is there anything we can do to just kind of alleviate and make it feel better?
Well, you can. Ice chips help.
Okay.
Anytime you use ice, it kind of just numbs it a little bit. There's also, it's been said that milk of magnesia, believe it or not, if you put that on a sore, can help heal it faster. And just good old warm salt water, just rinsing your mouth with salt water. If somebody has a lesion, I would avoid the alcoholic type rinses like Scope or any of those.
Whiskey on the rocks.
Yeah, like whiskey.
You know me, Dr. Lee.
If you avoid those, because those are a little irritating, but just a cup of very warm water, close to hot, with a teaspoon of salt and just swish. Salt water has wonderful healing properties.
All right.
And I've heard that. I just forget it. And Dr. Weisbard, I think that's one of the things we love about your tips that you bring on every week. Most of it, maybe we remembered it from our childhood or remembered thinking about it, but because it's not in front of us, we're not paying attention to it today. And we do want to make sure that all of our listeners have their most beautiful smile possible. How do they make an appointment with Weisbard Dental?
They can reach us at 303-773-3373 or Weisbard Dental online. That's our website, or they can look us up on Facebook. And what I wanted to remind people, if you have a lesion in your mouth that does not heal within a week or so, it is important to check with your physician, your dentist, someone, because unfortunately and on rare occasions they can be something more serious. So you don't want to ignore it, you don't want to let it go indefinitely, but give it about a week to 10 days.
Great advice as always. That's why I go to Dr. Lee Weisbard. I think you should too. One more time on the phone number, please, Dr. Lee.
303-773-3373.
Fantastic.
Always give complimentary consultations, and we'd love to see you.
Go where the pros go. Dr. Lee Weisbard, weisbarddental.com. Let's switch over to Walt Wilson. Walt is on the phone. Welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show, Walt. Very nice to have you.
Eric and Angel, can you hear me?
We certainly can. Thank you so much for jumping in. Hey, Walt, what's your business tip today, man?
Well, I'm going to have to give a disqualification again as far as I'm not an expert in what I'm going to talk about, and that's medical medical things. But I am going to bring up a problem that most people have in their 401ks or other acronyms such as IRAs, 457s, or 403bs.
You're talking all that. You're talking all that money, Walt. I'm thinking, are we? Is this a proctology exam?
No. It's a little bit better than that. It's a tumor.
Oh.
That's inside these different vehicles that you use for your retirement planning.
Feels so much better.
People think, Walt finally lost it. He's gone over the hill. Well, I probably have, but many people are ignorant of these tumors. I call these tumors are tax tumors. It's the tax tumor that are inside these plans that grow. And there's several ways that you can deal with those. You can ignore them, which many people do. I imagine if you had that diagnosis from a doctor that you had a malignant tumor within your body and you ignored it, what would happen to that tumor?
It tends not to ignore that which is feeding it.
Right. It tends to grow and get worse, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
And you can do the same thing with your what we call a tax-infested 401k or an IRA. Just pretending that a tumor doesn't exist and pray that the next president of the United States will change Congress by having them repeal taxes. You're asking for a miracle. It's never going to happen. So don't try to ignore it. It doesn't go away. Another way people try to handle it is by spending it. Now, that's not a bad idea. And people say, well, you can't spend it. People tell us don't spend your 401ks or IRA. And, well, I realize the financial world will tell you that. But if you don't spend it, Uncle Sam will get his fair share at some point anyway.
And there are some things that we can spend it on that have some, better benefit than others, right? Like starting a business or something like that.
Right. And then, if you're like me, I know taxes are going to go up. So I talk about one way that you can do it. You can't, if you have a 401k and IRA or in those nice acronyms I threw out, you can't avoid taxes. I mean, you're already going to get nailed for taxes, but you can stop the growth. You can stop how it festers or gets larger, because I believe taxes will go up. And you can do that by converting them right now. You can even convert to a Roth IRA and pay the taxes today, or you can take and convert it, pay the taxes and put it into the IBC banking system, which we teach about and use in our education seminars. Those are ways that you can stop the festering of these tax tumors.
I think that's one of the toughest things. One of those tough pills to swallow is having to pay taxes on all this money that you've earned and you've saved up and you've worked so hard and just to know that you're going to turn around and part with it. There are options, and I know that that's a big piece with the infinite banking system is you have options. And so if you want to pay less, you want to divert that, you want to see what some of the options are, make sure you get in touch with Walt Wilson. He's just got the spirit of a teacher and will talk you through, very educational, offers great webinars, and it's a conversation. And I think if you haven't had the conversation and you've got questions or you have a lot that you're paying out in taxes and you knew there was a way to retain some of that yourself, I think you would be very, very happy. Walt, give some contact information, please.
I'd be happy to. First of all, I'd just like to inform everybody that we have our Infinite Banking free seminar coming up Tuesday, March 25th, 6:30 p.m. at 7374 South Clinton Street in Inglewood, 80112. That's at the Comfort Suites. It's free. Just call and make a reservation with me. Call me at 303-798-6363. Or you can go to my webpage at privatepensiondesign.com, click on the IBC seminar info page, and it will bring up a place where you can register and let me know how many people are going to come. This fills up quickly. We do not force people to buy anything, or you don't let them out the door if they don't do this or do that.
Information.
It's just information.
I love it.
So please RSVP early, because we will fill up, and you'll have to wait another month before you see it. A lot of people have heard me talk about this. Come find out about it.
Yeah, it's a great thing to do. Well, please do us a favor and post that to our Facebook wall again, and let our listeners know where they can find you over there on Clinton Street. All right?
I will do it.
Thanks very much for the call. We appreciate you. And turn up the volume.
Are you going to be whispering this whole time?
When we come back, you're going to learn a secret. so that you can avoid the relationship rats.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Testosterone therapy. We've all heard about the benefits, but which method is safe? Hi, this is Dr. Gary Donovitz. At BioT Medical, we've developed the most effective way to balance your hormones. And unlike synthetic shots, gels, and creams that come with many negative and dangerous side effects, bioidentical natural testosterone pellets are safe and beneficial to the heart, bones, brain, and prostate. Go to biotmedical.com. That's BIOTE medical.com. BioT, the right choice, the safe choice.
Networking is full of myths. Bring lots of business cards. Be sure to meet at least 10 new people. Have your 30-second sales pitch ready. Your network is your net worth, but only if you're networking with your A-team. Take the guesswork out of your networking by joining Extreme Relationship Management. It's transforming the way people are networking. It's way more fun than drive-by networking and doesn't waste your time handing out stacks of business cards. Check out ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com for their next event. ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
Can you imagine going an entire day without your phone or computer? Crazy, right? How else would you communicate with your team, contact that client, or even get paid? Absolutely nothing happens when you don't have technology in your lap. Even a slow-running computer can stall your progress. And when your software doesn't sync, nothing seems to work out. You've got a technology partner like no other with C-Squared Computer Consulting. C-Squared is your business pain reliever. Solve your pain. Call C-Squared at 303-933-1113.
Hi, this is Angel, and ladies, I want to let you in on my newest fashion secret. It's my eyelashes. That's right, my eyelashes. I've been going to Carabella Studio since July, and ever since then, I've had nothing but compliments on my eyelash extensions from my friend Reggie at Carabella Studio. And my favorite part? No more daily hassle of applying and removing mascara, and all of the compliments. Get yours today. Call Carabella Studio today at 303-909-9585. That's 303-909-9585. Ask for the Angel Eyes offer and get your new lashes for only $150. Carabella Studios, 303-909-9585.
There are many sounds in your daily life. Ones that make you smile. Ones that help you relax. And there are some sounds that can help save lives. Wireless emergency alerts, now on many mobile devices, use a unique sound and vibration to bring you critical information about emergencies in your area. With updates from local sources you know and trust, you can be in the know wherever you are. Learn more at ready.gov/alerts. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
The Dave Ramsey Show, noon to 3 on AM 560, legendary KLZ.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Well, but not if you're Captain and Tennille.
Oh, you did not do that.
I just did.
You know, it's still a good song.
Kinda.
No? Is it now just tainted for you?
Well, it's Captain and Tennille, and now it's Captain and Not. You know? But ladies, if you're tall, blonde, and single, my number's 855-FANBRAG, 855-326-2724. Call me.
I think we're just going to have to trust that they're both, even though they're not together, they're each separately living their own individual love-filled lives. And that it is okay. Sometimes people move on. Our next guest, we're going to talk about that a little bit. Marcia Reese, she's a #1 best-selling author, inventor of Sidewalk Chalk, and is now living her own love-filled life. She excels in teaching others that everyone can truly have an incredible life. Yes, Eric?
Even me?
Even you. Marcia, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Thank you. I'm thrilled to be here.
Marcia, we're very happy to. I've been looking forward to you coming in for such a long time now because I want to know how to avoid those relationship rats. What are they, and how do we get rid of them?
Oh, relationship rats.
What is a relationship rat? Am I a relationship rat?
It's her turn. Why does it got to go to you?
I'm the only person you hang out with.
I'm going to the expert. Please.
No, you're too pretty to be a relationship rat.
Right.
That just doesn't count. No, relationship rats actually are anything that's stopping you from getting what you want. Could be a person. Usually is. Could be a place, a thing. It can be yourself. So it's what's up in your head that limits you from moving out where you want to be.
Oh.
And so there are people in our lives that I don't know that we would necessarily recognize that in somebody else, Marcia. Do we know that they're a rat, or are they disguised as somebody suave and debonair?
She's looking at me.
Talking?
They start out pretty well disguised, but when you get to know them, that voice in your head that talks to you at 3 in the morning when you don't want to listen, that voice probably is telling you they're a rat. And if that voice isn't, probably your
girlfriend
best friends
is.
are.
Yeah.
So I really advise people to listen to their gut and to listen to the people around them, because you know when it's not a healthy situation.
And I think that sometimes we do know, Marcia, but it's familiar. It would be too complicated to make a change. You know, too many other people are involved, and we start to, I don't know, justify it, right?
Absolutely. And it's better than being alone.
Exactly.
And, you know, I'm going to change and he's going to change and it's all going to work all of a sudden.
Because, you know, this week wasn't so bad. I mean, you know, he was in a good mood. It was okay.
He is in the room, ladies. Just saying.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, I wasn't really talking about you.
No, of course not.
I'm talking about somebody I know.
Marcia, your #1 best-selling book, Secrets of the Marriage Mouse, talks about finding, defining your forever love, and then you talk about the soulmate. Now, I, for years, did not believe in a soulmate. And I'll be honest with you, those were the years that I was actually married. I was married for 23 years, and I didn't really believe.
So maybe Captain and Tennille weren't really soulmates.
Marcia, help me.
Well, you do ebb and flow and grow through life. Who may have been your soulmate 20 years ago may no longer be your soulmate. They still may be a good person, but they may not be that person that lights a fire deep inside you. And that's what you need. And that may be what happened with Captain and Tennille.
Is there such a thing as somebody who lights that fire? I mean, really, is there such a thing as true love?
Can you have a forever love?
Yes, you can have the forever love that you want, but you first have to be clear about what it is you want. I recently gave a talk at a luncheon, and a lady came in and she goes, I'm so excited to hear you speak. I'm ready. I'm open to anything. And I said, oh, great, because I have a guy with one leg and he's a chain smoker and he's looking for a wife. So if you're open to anything, he's ready. And she got this look on her face, and I said, exactly. You need to drill down and define specifically what you want, and that's what you will then call into your life.
This is what we talk about every day on the show. Find your niche.
Exactly. If you aren't strong enough in yourself to claim what you want, how do you think it's going to find you?
And that's where I think it derails. So I can make my list of what I want in a mate, but I think then I start going, well,
I'll settle for this.
Who am I? Would I make it to somebody else's list? Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I do. And here's the great thing. We women are so much DNA ingrained to be people pleasers. And men are DNA ingrained to please. So it is a perfect match. When you write down exactly what you want and you meet the person to whom you fit his list, he wants to please you and you want to be a people pleaser to him. So it always does just match up the way it's supposed to, but not if you have a rat lurking in your background who's keeping you from being...
Can we be our own rat sometimes?
Oh, my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to learn to love and accept yourself, and that's the first step.
So we could, sometimes we think of somebody else as being the rat, but really that rat can be in our own head.
She's looking
and
at me.
We're blocking love.
All right, so Marcia, you talk about being ready and living as if you've already met that forever love. And
how does that work?
I'll be honest with you, I'm am I too authentic, or am I deceived by a rat?
Well, I think you do have to prepare your headspace to share your life with someone. I was single for 12 years, living in Chicago, and I got pretty selfish. I could do anything I want. I could do wherever I
go wherever you didn't have to check in with anybody.
I didn't have to. Now that I'm in a forever love relationship, I have to remember to check schedules. I just can't make an appointment and not think about it.
Oh, there's that accountability.
So, yes, you do have to prepare your headspace for a partnership. You also, I went so far as I prepared my home. I made space in my closet because, yes, I was willing to share my closet.
Oh my gosh, you two are ganging up on me. I told the story once.
Isn't that funny, Marcia, that
I told the story once.
We're talking to a whole audience of people, but Eric's like, it's all about me.
No, this is about me.
So you know where he's at in his relation. I mean, because he's soaking all of this in.
One time I told the story about taking out my laundry but not folding it. I put it on the end of my bed, and from that point forward, Angel turns to me and says, "You're blocking love." Is it true?
Yes, it is true. Yes, of course. No. This lady's a genius. I was talking to some folks from LA yesterday, 2 men, both single, both wanting forever love. And they were looking for the same things you're all looking for. Now,
all blonde, single.
Exactly.
Right.
But in Southern California, they probably had a few more things on their list.
Silicone.
6 years old. No, 26 years old. You know, these men that want these.
Yeah, well.
Stupid young women.
Yeah, well.
No, those.
But they're blocking love.
They are.
Is wasted on the young. All right. No, they are. They are blocking love.
Well, they're setting themselves up to block love. They're letting their lifestyle and their habits become a rat in their own sense. Because to share your life with someone, you have to be willing to maybe put your laundry away. No lady wants to seduce you, Eric, on the end of the bed, climbing around in your underwear, be it clean or folded or unclean.
You could have stopped right there at the beginning. No lady wants to seduce me.
All right, so preparing for our forever loved one, getting our home ready as if somebody else was in our life, kind of changing some of our habits, checking in as if somebody else was a part of our life.
It all sets up the whole mindset that you are preparing yourself for forever love. I'm a big, big believer in the law of attraction, and what you put out there is what you draw back to you. So if you are setting your home up to have someone be there, wait and see.
Wait and see. The book is Marriage Mouse. How do people follow up with you and get their own copy?
They can go to marciareece.com, MarciaReece.com, or they can go to Amazon, and the book's available either place. And there's a lot of practical, proven advice in that book.
You know, I play for a living, and I have to say, I've seen you interact with your forever love. I've met your husband, and it is a true joy to watch the joy on your face and his. I do believe.
Yay! So good for you, Eric.
Marcia, thank you so much for joining us today. We do appreciate it.
Thank you. And Facebook voters, let's send Eric to Siberia on vacation.
I put the link on your little post so that they'll know where to go.
We have
Siberia's not on the list.
Learned about forever love. We have seen it in Marcia, and now go find your forever love. Marriage Mouse, marriagemouse.com.
855-FAN-BRAG. Call me.
The experienced pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Where do you go when the bank says no? Every business needs money, and yours is probably no different. What's that you say? Your bank backed out on a commitment to you? Our friend Steve Replin has the answers to your financial questions. Steve's new book, Where to Go When the Bank Says No, is the authoritative guide to finding you the money you need now. Where to Go When the Bank Says No, available right now at hardmoneybooks.com. That's hardmoneybooks.com. Where do you go when the bank says no? hardmoneybooks.com.
You keep wondering about refinancing options. You know rates are low, but don't know how to go about getting the best rate and best type of loan for your situation. What do you even need to get started? Wonder no more. Go to CherylAnswers.com. Cheryl of ALMC Mortgage has put together a checklist of what you need to know and frequently asked questions when it comes to your mortgage. Get answers. Go to CherylAnswers.com. CherylAnswers.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Learn to control your mind and your thoughts and increase your effectiveness and productivity. Mindfulness is fast gaining recognition in sports, businesses like Google, and even in schools across the country. Learn why this is and also how to meditate with Life Warrior Coaching, a unique program which combines mindfulness and lifestyle coaching. Become a Life Warrior and learn how to be more effective and productive by being less stressed. Call Life Warrior Coaching today at 303-562-8798 or online at lifewarriorcoaching.com.
Hi, this is Angel, and I want to send you on a weekend getaway. All you have to do is tell Eric where to go. That's right. Just for voting for where you would send Eric on his first vacation in 12 years, you're entered to win a getaway of your own. It's free, and you can vote online once every day on the Highlands Ranch Travel Facebook page, right there on the Experience Travel tab. Tune in daily to discover 16 other locations around town where you can get extra votes each and every day. There's no downside. Possibly win a weekend getaway just by telling Eric where to go.
You need more customers, and you need to keep the ones you already have. Lists That Save My Business is your answer to gaining and retaining clients without cold calling or chasing cold leads. Do business with people who like you and who already trust you. Lists That Save My Business is the book with easy-to-use checklists to bring more of the right customers into your sales process. Buy your copy of Lists That Save My Business from Amazon.com. These lists will save your business. Buy your copy of Lists That Save My Business today and grow your business the Experience Pros way.
Is it better to fund your Roth IRA in full at the beginning of the year or contribute evenly over the course of a year?
Dave Ramsey.
Well, generally speaking, over at the beginning of the year, just as fast as you can, because you figure the market's going to come up on average in a given year. Now, if the market went down during that year, then you would have been better off to do it the other way. If it bothers you that the market is going up and down, and you sit and fret over it, and you pull up the market every day, and you watch the nightly news, and you worry about the Dow Jones Industrial Average, then just fund it evenly a little bit per month, and then you get the benefit then of what's called dollar cost averaging. But on average, mathematically, throughout the history of the stock market, the sooner you invest, the better. And the more you invest, the better. Because, in other words, you got that whole year for that money all of that money to grow instead of 1/12, 2/12, 3/12, 4/12, 5/12, and so on.
The Dave Ramsey Show, noon to 3 on KLZ 560, The Source.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin' story of great customer service on Facebook.com/Experience Pros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Because your kiss is on my list. Because your kiss is on my list. Because your kiss is on my list.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. And you know that the acronym KISS, well, you probably know it as Keep It Simple, and you fill in the last S. But what we're going to do is talk a little bit about keeping it simple in a different way. Our next segment here, and our final segment on the broadcast today, is a little technological.
Oh, all right. I'll try and keep up.
Keep up, all right.
All right.
How many of you can raise one hand, keep one hand on the wheel. How many of you are using WordPress for your website? Most of you. Oh, thank you for raising your hands. I appreciate that. You raise your hand. You are. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Listen, WordPress, fantastic tool for from simple to advanced websites. And, I remember back in the day when I stumbled across WordPress, I thought, wow, anybody now, it's in the hands of the users because it comes in little blocks, right? You've got little plugins, and it makes it easy. It's a WYSIWYG.
Is that a word?
It's a WYSIWYG.
It does. It's like, I've heard this one.
Yep.
What you
see
is what you get.
Is what you get.
I've heard that.
Right?
Hey.
So, and that's for those of us who are visual, and we need to see immediately what it's going to look like. Right.
It's not just all code.
You don't have to know a word of code.
I love that.
Right. Okay. So.
Okay. WYSIWYG.
So WordPress is fantastic.
I'm pretty WYSIWYG.
Yeah, you are. You really are. You wear it on your sleeve. So here's the thing. You've got a website, and I remember, I used to build our own websites here at Experience Pros, and then I turned it over to Donna Galassi at Blue Zenith Web Design, bluezenith.com. Oh, man. You owe it to yourself to know Donna Galassi. She is a master at WordPress.
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
If it's so easy and it's so WYSIWYG and it's so
easy,
Yeah.
simple. I would be concerned that it would also be easy to hack into.
Well, and that's some of the issues that we're dealing with. In fact, when I turned it over to Donna and asked her to build the infrastructure for what is now called the Extreme Customer Service Directory at ExperiencePros.com, go ahead and check it out. It's a WordPress site, and WordPress sites have users, and one of those users or more can be the admin of the site. That means they've got God powers, if you will.
Admin at or whatever.
Well, see, there's the problem.
Oh.
So many people, if you're the admin, you go using the default admin name and you put a password with that. I don't want to scare you, Angel, but we have probably 100 attacks on our website every single week.
Actually, I knew that because I'm privy to some of the conversations that happen around here. And thankfully, we've got somebody watching it who's monitoring it constantly. But the fact that somebody is, or somebody's, or robots, or spiders, or whatever junk it is just continually attempting.
Trying to get in.
So if you don't have somebody that's monitoring that for you, you don't have a web person.
First thing you need to do is get rid of the admin login. You change the name of the login. Don't use admin, because that's the one they hack the most. They're trying to get in to that. Also, don't make it obvious. You don't want your name as the login. Right? I mean,
or maybe not your business name.
Certainly, right? Yeah, don't use Experience Pros if your login, if your domain is experiencepros.com. So change the default admin name. It will save you over and over and over again.
Can you just have a really strong password?
You need a very strong password, and one of the things I love about WordPress is that it tells you your password sucks.
It does?
Yeah, kind of. It
I've
says
seen as
very weak.
Very weak. You put a letter in, you put a number in,
right.
better. And so I would think that a strong password is incredibly key to everything, really.
If you're still using the word password or Open Sesame or
Wordy 1 2 3
Monkey.
Monkey?
Yeah, Monkey is
That's right. That was one of the most.
Yeah. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Stop it. Find a good, strong, solid password. Admin. Get rid of that and get rid of the account. The one that says admin. You can become an admin with somebody else's name on the account. And then, second of all, find a strong password. Here's another thing. Upgrade. Just like everything else in technology, there are upgrades that come out regularly, and when you open up the WordPress site, it tells you updates are now available. Please click here and update now. Do it. It's for your security. If there's an update, there's a reason for it, right? And security, somebody gets in there, you're toast. You're toast.
I know, and it's your website.
AskMeetup.com.
Oh my gosh, it is.
An entire weekend, 4 days now that they have been dealing with a very serious security hack.
Oh, and it does. It just completely shuts you down. And so
Target.
Yeah, 1 2 3 4 5 6 is one of the most hacked passwords.
Yep.
Ninja is also one of the most hacked passwords. Password, welcome. Password with a number is also ABC123. Sunshine.
Yeah. Don't use any
Princess,
of those.
QWERTY.
Come up with something that comes up says very strong on the WordPress site. Here's another thing. There's a config file. There's a configuration file. Now this gets a little geeky, and you might have to have your IT person help you with this because it goes into the root access directory of your hosting page. But listen, you need to move it.
Move it.
Point to it somewhere else, because the hackers, they know where it is if you don't move it, and they go looking for it. And finally, hide the WordPress version that you're using. There's a little checkbox that announces in your header what version you're using. You got to delete that. You got to get rid of that, because the hackers are looking for that, because they know the weaknesses in each one of those versions.
Okay, both of those last two?
For your IT people.
You lost me.
If you
where do you move it to?
Listen, you got a web technician, you got a webmaster, you got a web mistress, whatever. You need somebody to help you. Go do that, and I recommend Donna Galassi at BlueZenith.com.
Also, Brad Binkley with BinkleyIT.com can help you.
Oh, absolutely.
And Chris Kaiser with C Squared Computer Consulting, C2CC.net.
All fantastic recommendations. And you can find all of them at our WordPress site, where you won't find the version number. It's experiencepros.com, and that's the Extreme Customer Service Directory. This 5 simple tips for making your WordPress site more secure, brought to you by theselfemployed.com. Now, folks, we have to say goodbye today, but guess what? We're going to be live at Grease Monkey on Arapahoe in Quebec tomorrow. Come down 10 to noon, say hello to Angel and I, and get your car taken care of while you're there. On behalf of Charlie, our producer, and Angel, myself, and all the people that make the Experience Pros radio show happen every day, we say thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow.
This has been the Experience Pros radio show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.